Morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to this life. Okay, you're welcome to this life. I want to pack my clothes. So, this life is meant for awaiting mothers. Mothers who are waiting on God for their own children. This life is targeted on you. I want to welcome you to this life. I want to pack the clothes that I washed. So I want to use that opportunity to say hi to you wherever you're watching me from. Like I said, this life is basically for the waiting mothers. The mothers that has been trusting God, believing God that one day, they will carry their own children. This life is meant for mothers that has been crying for years, that has been wailing for years. Believing that no matter what happened, they will carry their child. I am here for you this morning. I'm here for you this morning. First of all, I want to say that waiting in your waiting period might not be so easy. It's not easy. Don't let me say it might not be so easy. It's not easy. Except if I'm going to deceive you. You know that there are some people who have not experienced your situation. They have not been through what you are going through right now. They don't have a glimpse of it. They don't have the understanding of what you are going through, but just to encourage you and to make sure that you keep going. They tell you all sorts of things just to encourage you. Not that they actually understand what you are going through. But I want to tell you this morning, I do understand. I I understand every bit of your challenges. And I understood everything you might have passed through and things that you are still going through right now. I do understand. And that is why I am here for you. This hour, this minute.
Mommy, should I?
All I want from you, please continue. All I want from you is your attention. Even if you are having a doubting mind that I don't have time to wash. But if God is on your side, something will just pop up in your mind and convince you to probably wait and hear what she has to say. And I promise you, your prayers will be answered. Like I was saying, people does not understand your situations. They do understand your situation, but they don't know the pains that goes along with the situation. They just look at you in the direction of, okay, she's married, or she has been married for years without a child. She has been married for a year without a child, and you are not using contraceptive, but you have been trying, different styles, in different ways, but the thing is not Koduro. But I tell you this morning, as you are watching this life, your situation will turn around. If you have someone who is waiting on God, share this life with them. If you have someone who has been trusting God for fruit of the womb, share this life with them. Let them watch, let them listen, and let them do what is needful. Let them pray. Their prayers will be answered. It is not a good thing for someone to get married without an issues, without having your own child or your own children, rather. Is it the humiliation? Is it the shame? Is it the in-laws in-laws problem? Is it your own time, your own when you just sit down at home, looking around without hearing the voice of anyone except your husband? Moving around and thinking the world is crumbling on you because you're feeling lonely. You see the children of your neighbors running around. Some neighbors are so nothing to the extent that they make you feel you haven't gotten your own yet. So please, don't even call my child. Don't even beat my child. Don't know how it feels. to have a child, you don't know the pains. You will experience the pain this year. The pain of giving birth to a child, you will experience it this year. People has been encouraging you to go to this place, go to that place, go to this place, go to that place. You are even confused on what to do. You are confused where to go. You are confused who to talk to. Your husband is showing understanding, but as for you, you are not having peace. You just need your own, even if it is only one, you just need one. You just need one. I feel that pain. I know the pain, and I know how you feel right now. Don't look at it in the direction of, how will she know the pain? Have you married for 14 years, for 15 years without a child? How will you know the pain? How will you feel the pain? How will you understand the situation? I want to tell you that I understand the situation. And I understand how you are feeling, even right now. Even right now. But this life is meant for you. I'm going to be talking about how to preserve yourself throughout this trying times. I'm talking to you, the waiting mothers. And this life is meant for you. It's basically meant for you. The life is meant for you. I'm going to be talking about how to manage your insanity in the course of waiting. I'm going to be talking about how carrying your own child will be possible. It will be possible. It will. So let me start by saying, first of all, you must be very, very careful of the advice you yield to. If somebody comes to you and says, come, let's go to this place. I don't want to mention any place. Let's go to this place. There's one clinic on there. They will do like this and give you your own child. Be very, very careful of where you go to. The reason why I say that is because some people who does not actually have problem, but little small delay, that is what they have. But because of maybe they've spent 2 years in their husband's house and they felt, I shouldn't wait until it's 10 years, it's 15 years. And somebody somewhere took them to a place, and there, where they are taken to, instead of them to wait for few weeks, few months, what they don't wanted to happen is now their portion. Where they went to is where their problem become increased. That is where their issue become more complicated. That is why you don't just go to any place. You don't just read to any advice. It's not everyone that comes to you that come, let us go to this place that you follow. Some people will come to you with a pure intent of helping, with a pure mind of concern, but some will come to you with the intent of adding to your problem. If probably you are not having issue, but because of, you don't know what you've done, maybe when you were single, maybe you are using some contraceptives that are still active in your body. Do you understand? Some ladies, there are some ladies who are not married. They are not married though, and they are doing family planning. They are not married, and they are doing family planning. If you have done it, go and deactivate it now. Do you hear me? If you are a single lady, you have not married, and you are doing family planning, Tori says, and you are not married, it will affect you when you get married. Go and deactivate it now. Go and remove it. Or you should stop using it. Stop using it now. Stop using it now.
Mommy.
Yes.
This is bad, and I'm not working.
Okay, it's okay like that. Leave it like that.
What to do? You have for everything.
And because of the mistakes you have made while single, now affecting you, but you are not aware, because sometimes some people might have even forgotten that they've done they've used a contraceptive while single. Meanwhile, the contraceptive will still be active after 4-5 years of marriage, but it will not occur to them that it's because of what they've done. So instead of them to look for a way of removing the whether you put it in your this thing, maybe it's an injection, to look for a way out of it, they started going from one pillar to post, from one place to the other, thinking that it's one mama from one village, thinking that it's one it's one auntie. No fejuma one. Meanwhile, it is the work of their hands, the work they've done to themselves ignorantly. But to you, who kept yourself as a young lady, who worked so hard to make sure you don't sell yourself cheaply, to you who make sure that you don't even allow guys to be touching you like this. When I was growing up, my mom would tell you, when a man touches you, that is when you get pregnant. It's a lie. It is not when a man touches you or hug you or kiss you, but it's just that when a man start touching you, when a man starts romancing you, when your body no be firewood, it will ignite. You understand? I will not say it. I will not say it. And from there, is this thing we enter your thing, and when it enter, I will not say it, you know it, you become pregnant. And when you become pregnant, unwanted pregnancy, ó máa ń da ìrìn àjò èèyàn rú. Ó máa da ìrìn àjò èèyàn rú. Everything you've planned for, ó máa da gbogbo ẹ̀ rú. Catering for a child is not easy. Taking care of a child is not easy. But bí ó ṣe easy yẹn, if you are waiting and you want your own, you will experience it. And you did not even allow any man to touch you like this. You did not allow any man to. Still, you got married.
But this bag is
and you are waiting. And you are tired of waiting.
But look at this bag. It's not good.
It's okay like that. It's okay like that. And you are tired of waiting. It is time to get your own child. It is time to have your own child. It is time to have your own children. It is time. So be careful of where you go to. Be careful of where you go to. Drugs taking. There are some people that are taking fertility drugs to strengthen their hormones, their fertility hormones. If you have been taking drugs, for years, if you have been taking drugs for years and it's not working, if you have been taking drugs, listen, for years and it's not working, stop it. Stop it for a week. If it is not a spiritual problem, if it is not a spiritual problem, if it is natural, or probably something is blocking and obstructing the sperm from taking its place, if it is not a spiritual problem, I can recommend a local herb in which you can use, and I believe if it is not a spiritual problem, it will work for you. And when it worked for you, don't forget to testify to God's goodness, that truly God is mighty. There is this leaf called ewele. It's called ewele. I don't know the English, but I know it's called ewele. If you know, ejinrin, òyìnbó ejinrin. Me, I don't know the English of ejinrin. You can find out about it. If you have a mother or an uncle who lives in the village, if not even your uncle that lives in the village, some people are living in Lagos and they know all these things. Do you understand? But because maybe they are not closer to you, they will not tell you this is what it's used for. But I am here to tell you, if it is not a spiritual stuff, it will work for you. If it is a spiritual voila, don't worry, I'm coming to that. So look for, it's like a journey. Ewele is called ewele. Do you understand? Just look for it's like a journey. Hey, it's like a journey. You know the way a journey normally round what is it called? Like, it's not something that you plant that grows up. It's spread on the ground. Do you understand? And the leaf is very, very small with yellow flower. Small, tiny yellow flower. That's a wele. I don't know the English, but you find out. If you really need to carry your own. Like I said, if it is not a spiritual problem, if it is just like maybe you have engaging yourself in some dirty things in the past, and you have God have touched your heart, you are no longer involving yourself in you know what you've done. You know yourself. Except if you would deceive yourself. You know your past. So dirty, but the past is past. Your present and your past might be affecting your present positively, but you can actively work on that present. Do you understand? So, ewele. And there is this you know, efinrin. It's not the leaf. Oh. You peel the back of the stick. Just peel it like maybe 2, 3. Add it to it. Emu, we call it emu in our place. That's palm wine. Emu. You just like a cup of tea. Pour it inside and soak it for maybe like 5 hours. Just soak it. When you wake up in the morning, early in the morning, when you have not taken anything, just take like 2 spoon. Yes, like 2 spoon in the morning. At night, when you have finished eating, maybe like after 2 hours of.
Why did I clean this one?
Yes. 2 hours after taking your dinners, take another 2 spoons. Do that for 3 days. For 3 days, and wait for your ovulation period. When you are ovulated, then meet with your man. So Baduro, call me bastard. If it is not a spiritual problem. If it is not a spiritual problem. Do you get it? Do you remember what I said? I mentioned ewele. I don't know the English. Find out yourself. I mentioned peel the back of efinrin stick with emu palm wine. Soak it for like 7 hours. Soak it for 7 hours. After that, when you wake up in the morning, when you have not taken anything, when you have not tasted anything, just take 2 spoons out of it. Swallow it. Do that consecutively 3 times in a week and wait for your ovulation period. When you start ovulating, then meet with your man. ó máa dúró. Take it easy. Sorry for that. When you do that, I am very sorry for that. Don't stress yourself. And now, if it is a spiritual problem that is delaying you from having your own child, ibi tí màá pa ẹ́, màá kun ẹ́, màá sin ẹ́ wà, ibẹ̀ náà ni màá gbà ẹ́, màá gbé ẹ́, màá tọ́jú ẹ́, ibẹ̀ náà ló wà. For those who does not understand that, where you have someone bragging, I will kill you, I will destroy you, I will tear you apart, I will do this, I will do that. And they mean what they are saying to you, not that they are just running out. They mean it when they are telling you that I will kill you, I will. Even if they don't mean it, some people do not know who they are. When they speak, there are powers, there are spirits around them that empower their words. They might not even mean what they are telling you, but those powers, those spirits around them will strengthen and empower their word and bring it into pass if you are not strong spiritually. Then you become a victim. Now, if it is a spiritual problem, Ọlọ́run wà o, èèyàn dẹ̀ wà, ayé dẹ̀ wà, ayé wà o, ayé wà o, ó wà o, èṣù dẹ̀ wà, èṣù ó wà o, ó wà o, ó wà, bọ̀ Ọlọ́run wà, the one who is mighty, the one who is strong, the powerful one, the one who have power over things that is crawling on the head, the one who is mighty, who has power over things that are flying in the heaven, in the above, on the surface of the head, the one who has power over powers and principality that is dominating the night, the darkness places, is powerful. Only if you know it. Only if you know him and you know how to call him. David. Ọlọ́run wà o. Ó dẹ̀ ní agbára. Ó ní agbára gan. So, if it is a spiritual problem, I will say two things. And then, if you think you need me to join you in prayer, message me privately. I will follow you up and then I will join you in prayer. Okay? Number one, if you are a waiting mother and it seems as if you've tried all possible means, and it seems your issue is not about drugs, it's not about the mistakes you have made in the past, and you felt in your spirit that it has to do with spiritual stuff. first of all, you must keep yourself away from sinning. Do you get that? When the devil did not have original basis to stand on and punish you, he will not touch you. He will not touch you. But when he's having an accusation against you, and it is true, that gave him the audacity, the full access to tamper with your life. Keep yourself away from sinning. I'm talking to the waiting mothers. When your husband, if you are privileged, if you can wash with your husband, I'm talking to both of you. It's not only when a woman is waiting to carry her own baby, to conceive. It's not only her that is having problem. It is both the pillar and the homemaker. The pillar is the man, and the homemaker is the madam in the house, the woman. If you do that, you know when you are sinning. You know when you are involving yourself in things that you know what is not right. You know when you are doing things that is not right. You yourself, you know. You know now. When you are involving yourself in things that is not right, you know. You don't have anyone to tell you that this is right, this is not right. You yourself, you know. Except if you deceive yourself. But if you don't want to deceive yourself, keep yourself away from things considered as sin. When you keep yourself away from sin, then focus on your Creator. There is difference between praying and praying. When you are praying and your prayer have not answered, then you are not praying. It is when you see the outcome of your prayers, what you are praying for, when it is visible to you and to others, that is when your prayer have answered. If you have been saying that you are praying, I'm praying to conceive, and you have not seen the outcome of your prayer, then you are not praying. Focus on your Creator. Call Him. Where He can hear. Plead with Him to forgive you. Everything that the devil is hanging on onto to destroy and to destroy your life by, as in using delay as a tool to fight your life. Delay is a powerful tool in devil's hand. When you are able to plead with God and your spirit, in your spirit, that is why you must work on your spirit being. When your spirit being is convinced that God has forgiven you, don't ask for anything. If it's a spiritual problem, like I said, don't ask for anything. Just make amends. Call him. Beg him. Plead with him. If he has answered you, if he has forgiven you, the rest, then leave it. I give you 1 month. If it is spiritual, you don't need paparazzi. If you are able to call him where he can hear you, if you are able to plead with him, and you are convinced in your heart, and your spirit is telling you that, God has answered all my supplications, then leave the rest. 1 month, you will get your own. But if you don't know how to call him, when you don't know how to communicate with him, you will just be there and you will be waiting. And people will be looking at you. How do you enjoy? Don't you go to Bima? Go to Shagidika, Egenikani, Ikinikani. Ọlọ́run wà ó dẹ̀ lágbára, ó lágbára gan. Ó lágbára gan. Trying time, challenges of life, ó wà ńbẹ̀. But so, and I will say before I go, if it is your past that the devil is using, that is holding on onto to torment you, you will receive forgiveness. Because there are a lot of things that we did in the past that now when you remember, and you will wonder that, God, how did it happen? Is it lack of understanding? Is it lack of not being exposed enough? And you wonder, God, thank you for knowing you. But the past remain in the past. Your present and the future is what you should concentrate on. And I pray for you, as you take precautions, as you are trying everything possible to have your own kids, your ways will open. Everything that you needed to do, the Lord will order your spirit. The Lord will lead your spirit to do it the right thing. Láti ṣe ní ìpele ìpele, so that there won't be any mistake, there won't be any complications. The Lord of heavens, the Lord of heavens, who has power over everything, whether in things in the dark, that has power over things that is having breath, things that is crawling, things that is flying. He will answer your prayers and give you your own children. Ẹni wáyé lásán. Ẹni kọjá lórí àpáta bí ejò tí ò ní pa. Ọlọ́run máa fún yín lọ́mọ tiyín, and He will enable you to train them and train them well. God helping me this week. working on that. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni pé ká bímọ, ọ̀tọ̀ ni pé ká tọ́. The Lord will empower you. Every necessary things that you need to give your children a better life, a good life, so that wọ́n ní di ọmọ ńta, wọ́n ní di ọmọ abẹ́ bridge. The Lord will endow you. He will meet your needs. And for the waiting mothers, Ọlọ́run á ṣí yín nínú. Thank you for coming to my life. Thank you and have a great day.